Summer Game Fest, brothers and sisters. Man, oh man, what a show. What a show that was. Now, I didn't do a live reaction because I thought the show was going to be 3 hours long, and my YouTube was acting up. So, what I decided to do was do it the old school way, the way we used to do it back in the day, where I would just write down the information and we go over it accordingly. So I don't think this is going to be a long podcast, but God, dog, Jeff Keighley showed the heck up at this one. He did his ones and twos on this show. That brother pulled out all of the stops. Now, where I want to start with this show, I wrote down the games that I liked, games that I enjoyed. So the first game that caught my attention was Mortal Shell 2. Now, that game, I'm not sure if that's a Souls-like game, but it definitely looked good. I mean, the mechanics, the graphics, the graphical prowess of this game looked absolutely fantastic. So that game definitely has my attention. Mortal Shell 2. I believe that's going to be out sometime in 2026. So that was good. I said, okay, you got one right there. Now, the other announcement that was made, that didn't really do much for me, but I gotta at least talk about it just for a second. But Mr. Hideo Kojima, he showed up with the trailer for Death Stranding 2. Wasn't really necessarily a trailer. It didn't really do much for me. Now, possibly it may have had an impact on people that actually played Death Stranding from, beginning to end, because for some reason it seems like these two characters know each other, or the guy didn't know who the woman was at first. Then they showed each other what they call it, the cancer mark. I believe they both had the cancer mark. She's getting mad, slapping on him. You don't remember me. I get you not. And all of this stuff, and he's trying to restrain her and all that mess. I'm sitting there like, I'm confused. I'm baffled. I have no idea what's going on with these two characters. So if y'all know who these two characters are, please let me know. But nonetheless, I am still excited about Death Stranding 2. It was just that trailer really didn't do anything for me. And today is Sunday when I'm recording this. I'm actually recording this when I should be recording the Xbox showcase that's going on right now, but I didn't have time to watch it live, so I'm going to be looking at it after the fact. So yeah, that's what's going on. Kind of got held up in some things, and today was the only day I could sit down to record. But yeah, Kojima, he took to the stage. Wasn't anything much. He got something going on later on today, though. On Sunday, I believe he's going to be showing off a demo of Death Stranding 2. So if you want to check that out, I'm sure by the time this goes up, something should be going on with Kojima by that time. Now, after that, they showed a game off called Code Vein 2. Now, this joint looked like it was DMC inspired. I mean, this looked like DMC to the core. Definitely caught my attention. I'm a little interested in it. Like I said, Code Vein 2. So obviously I didn't play the first one, but it didn't look bad. Looked like a pretty good game. It was solid. Now, it was this other game that they showed off. Oh, this joint looked real good. This joint looked really good. It was by this development team called Section 9 Interactive, and it was called End of Abyss. This game looked so good. It actually reminded me of, it had kind of like the art style of Little Nightmares. And I'm a huge fan of that franchise. Little Nightmares, the first one was great. The second one, I played the demo, actually bought it. I should be playing that next. In a couple of weeks, I'll be getting to that, to prepare for the third one that we'll be releasing. But this game had that kind of art style, looked really, really good. He was shooting these monsters. They were coming at him. He was shooting them with a shotgun or whatever kind of gun he had. The different parts of the monster were like falling off from each shot that he was shooting at him. It looked really, really good. This game looked great. Like I said, if you're a fan of the art style of Little Nightmares, then I think this will fall right into your wheelhouse. Again, it's called End of Abyss, and it's going to be releasing in 2026. I got high hopes for that game. That thing looks really good. So then they went into, now we've seen this other game quite a few times, and this is definitely a game I'm going to cop. I got to buy it. It's called Mouse PI for Hire. This looks really cool. It kind of looks like, if I was to say, it probably would put you in the mindset of Cuphead from a first person perspective. And it looks like it is a ton of fun. Looks like it's taking place in the 1940s or the 1950s, that old school black and white style of cartoon, kind of animation. Looks real good. So I definitely want to get this one. I believe that's going to be out later on this year. So yeah, we'll get a chance to actually play that before the end of 2025, which seems like the gameplay is good. The graphics look really good. I love the art style of it. Has voice acting. Soundtrack sounds like it's going to be in that 1940s or 50s kind of time and place. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Looks really, really promising. It looks good. Looks like it could be something. It could probably be up for indie game of the year or something like that. You know how they give out the indie awards to the these indie teams. I think it'll definitely fall in line with that. And they got Troy Baker, I believe, actually doing the voice of one of the characters. I can't quite remember which one it was, but yeah, he will be definitely doing his thing, on the microphone in this game. It doesn't really sell the game for me. It just looks like a dope game, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. So as I kept on seeing these games coming up, and I'm like, golly, they're not missing so far. So far, this is a good show. I'm engaged. I'm intrigued. And of course, there was other games that were shown in between these that I'm not mentioning because a lot of them were on PC. So I'm not going to get a chance to play those, so I'm like, well, I'm going to pass on that one. Had a couple of games that were multiplayer. So y'all know I don't multiplayer play, so I skipped past all of those. But as the show was going on, like I said, even though some of those games weren't my type of games, I got to say it was not one bad looking game at this show. Not one. All of the games look very, very well done. They look really good. Graphics was graphicking. You hear me, brothers and sisters? Graphics was out there. So I was enjoying the show. Then all of a sudden, it was this other game that caught my attention called Atomic Heart 2. Now, again, I think Atomic Heart, the original one, was in Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. But this game looked real interesting. I mean, the graphics, the gameplay, the weapons. It almost looked like he had a leash, kind of like Bulletstorm. So that caught my attention. I said, oh, look at this. Game looked really, really good. I said, man, and the best part about it, we brothers and sisters, it said Unreal Engine 5. Oh, man. Game looks really good. Atomic Heart 2. I don't know when that's coming out. It didn't even have a release date for it. So that's probably going to be a ways away, maybe 2027. Maybe we get something 28. I'm not too sure, but that game looked really good. It makes me almost interested in playing the first one. So yeah, that was kind of like a bit of a standout. I was like, okay, that looks good. Then they moved into Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Now this joint looks like a solid beat 'em up. And with .emu being behind it, I'm pretty confident that this is going to be a good game. They showed off Captain America, She-Hulk, Raccoon was on there. Who else? Was Wolverine was in the game? Oh, man. Yeah, that was about the only Wolverine we saw at this show. That was about the only one. But he's in the game. I was like, wow, this looks really, really dope. Now, I'm not too sure when this is coming out. I don't know if this is this year or next year, but it looks like a solid beat 'em up. Something that It will fall in line with like the Streets of Rage games, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. It's going to fall in line with those. So if you're a fan of those and a fan of, Captain America, the Marvel superheroes, this will probably be right down your alley. Now, after this, the next game that caught my attention, it was from Capcom. Oh, man, and they swung hard with this one. It was Omnimushu Way of the Sword. Now, this game looks fantastic. Man, that RE engine is working overtime on this game. It looks so good, man. That Joker was out there hitting combos with that sword like a mug. He was out there doing his thing wholeheartedly. Out there looking real graphically impressive. Now, this game is going to be releasing in 2026. 2026 is going to be bananas. 26 is going to be bonkers. I'm going to tell you, I understand that Grand Theft Auto 6 is the game that everybody's looking forward to in 26, but 2026 is not going to be a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. I know GTA is what GTA is, but they going to have some competition. They got some real solid games coming out next year. So you got that. You got Omnimushu, like I said, Way of the Sword coming out. Now, after they showed this off, this is one of those times. Ooh, it was a couple of times. I'm going to give it up to y'all. Y'all know I give PC a hard time. PC gamers, man, I can't stand y'all. I ain't got nothing to get y'all, not for real. But, it's certain PC gamers, they want to talk that PC master race stuff. Yeah, I'll rock with y'all dudes. But for the most part, if you're a cool PC gamer, I ain't got no problems with you. But I've said for years, or top of years and years, that PC brings nothing to the table. Nothing. You guys don't produce anything over there. What exclusives do y'all have? What are y'all bringing over to gaming that would make me as a console gamer want to even get a PC? What are you doing over there? Man, brothers. Man, they kind of shut me up this time. They shut me up this round. I got to tell you, I might have almost took a knee with some of the games that they were showing on PC. And one of the games that really caught my attention, and it was a weird game too. It was this boxing game with puppets. I forgot the name of the game. Like I said, it's not on console, but it was a boxing game that's only on PC. And this Joker looks like it's going to be almost like Mike Tyson Punch-Out, how you're going to be the character like Little Mac. He's going to be looking up to all of these different opponents that he's fighting. But the graphics on that joint was amazing. I said, God, dog, I've never seen anything like this. Matter of fact, you know what? I want to find the name of this title. What is the name of the boxing game with puppets? Felt That Boxing. That's the name of, man, shut up. That joint looked good. PC, y'all was winning with that one. I'm going to tell you, that joint looks promising. I was like, wow. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So yeah, that game again, Felt That Boxing. Check that out. That art style looks so doggone good. But anyway, I'm not going to harp on that too much. But Out of Words, this was another game that looked real interesting. I'm not saying I'm going to pick it up, but Out of Words, it looked like maybe if I ever get into a gaming drought, it's not much to choose from, I might would give this a shot. Didn't look bad. But after that, they showed one of my most anticipated games coming out this year. It was a new trailer for Mafia: The Old Country, and that joker did not disappoint. Got me even more excited. I mean, it wasn't really any gameplay shown. It was kind of like for story beats and talking about, do you accept this family, and, just talking about, how these trailers go. Just another story trailer. So I'm excited about that. Been excited for that for a couple of years now. So just the fact that will be releasing shortly, oh man, gets me excited. Gets me very excited. So after that, and as the show is going on, I got to tell you, I'm still sitting there and I'm like, golly, they are really not dropping the ball. This is a solid show so far. And it kept going. So Lego Voyagers. Now I know for some y'all might be like, oh, Lego Voyagers. I don't know about that one. That game, now it looked really cool. It's not really my type of game. Kind of looked like it was going to be like more of a puzzler kind of situation going. But again, the graphics look pretty good. Gameplay looked okay. But like I said, I'm not really into puzzler type of games. So being realistic, I will probably never pick this up. But it looked okay. It looked pretty good. Now, after that had wrapped up, oh man, good grief. Another game I don't play. But when they showed off that Lies of P Overture DLC, I was sitting there contemplating my gaming life. I'm sitting there contemplating my gaming habits. Like, dad, this game looks so good. I know I'm not into these type of games, but this is making me question, could you just maybe give Lies of P a chance and just see if it's too difficult for you and it's just too frustrating? Could you just possibly give it a chance? And I'm sitting there saying, I might have to. This looks so good. And they hit us with a shadow drop. It's available. Well, it was available that same day, but it's available now for anybody that wants to get it. And goodness gracious, like I said, the whole show, these graphics were looking good. Everybody was showing up. Whole time I'm like, man, Jeff, you really got a stable going this year. This is good stuff. So yeah, Lies of P Overture, man, crowd going not nuts, but they were definitely cheering though. But that game looks bananas. Absolutely bananas, god dog it. So after they showed that, another game that I can't play, and it's not necessarily because it's on PC, it's on MetaQuest. Oh man, they showed off that Deadpool VR game. Oh my goodness. That joker looked like that could be a lot of fun. That looked like a real fun time, mindless fun with the dual wielding, with the guns and everything. I say, God dog, man, where's everybody showing up? Console showing up, PC showing up, MetaQuest showing up. Goodness gracious, this is absolutely madness. So they showed off the Deadpool game. The only hope for that is maybe somewhere down the line, it'll actually release for the PSVR 2, because I do plan on getting that, man. The PSVR 2 has been on the low. I got my eyes on it. Trust and believe me, I got my eye on it. Don't you worry. Soon as it gets to the price point I need it to be at, I'm going to snatch it up. But yeah, so hopefully, in the future, the Deadpool VR game will come to PlayStation. Definitely no guarantees though, because there are still quite a few games that have not shown up on the PlayStation platform as far as their VR goes that have been on MetaQuest and the Vive HTC or those other headsets. So it's definitely no guarantee that it's going to happen. I would have thought that Half-Life Alyx would have been over there by now, but looks like that might be a lifetime exclusive. We'll see though. But anyway, so after that, now, oh my goodness, this right here, it was like the show never really had like a down turn like, oh man, it's a bad game after bad game after bad game. Oh, that's a good game. Oh, that's an interesting game. Oh, that's a bad game. It was none of that for this show. Not for me. Because one of the biggest shockers of the show at that point, because when I wrote this down, I was like, so far, one of the biggest shockers for me was Dying Light the Beast. Now, this game looks spectacular. Absolutely amazing. That game had the graphics, the absolute graphical prowess that we all should want this generation. That is a game that I'm going to have to buy. I'm going to have to buy it. It looked that good. I'm sold. Sold. I will be getting that. And guess what? It releases August 22nd, 2025. August 22nd, 2025. This game is going to be out. I mean, look, listen, I'm sure y'all saw the show. This is Sunday today, so I know y'all saw the show. But looking at that game, goodness gracious, it looks so doggone good. And I've never been a Dying Light fan. I don't have anything against the franchise, but it's never been anything that has really piqued my interest to say, oh man, I need to give that a shot. This Dying Light, Dying Light the Beast. Yeah, that man, the way they showed that game off, it looks beastly. I can't wait for that. August 22nd is when that's coming out. So they showed that off and, oh man. Now this game right here, good grief, I'm a little embarrassed. A little embarrassed about myself about this game right here. But, man, that mixtape.
Move this man.
Oh, man. Man, that mixtape game, that might have me, brothers. I don't know. Brothers and sisters, I saw that mixtape joint. I said, I don't know what the world it is about this game. The art style is different. Got a good soundtrack on it. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm not even familiar with a lot of those songs. But as the trailer was going on and they was, having you listen to some of the songs, I'm like, Lee, I don't know, man. There's something about this game right here that is piqued. It's piqued a little bit of my interest. And I will say this as well. This is a win for Xbox fans out there, Xbox gamers. This is a win because this game is going to be in Game Pass day and doggone day. God, dog. Xbox is showing off, man. They showing off. Goodness gracious. And I know for some y'all are probably saying Kiaun is bugging. This guy's lost his mind. Maybe I have, doggone it. Maybe it's gone. But this game mixtape, it just looked so different. It just looked like it was something out of the norm of what I would well, I'm not going to say it's necessarily out of the norm because I love those story-driven games and the game styles that are more like, like Detroit Become Human or The Wolf Among Us, the Telltale franchise of Dead. What was it? Something Dead. Can't quite remember the name of the game. Doggone. But yeah, those kind of games, those Telltale type games, it kind of felt like it was going to be something like that. So I'm like, I don't know. It just caught my attention. But yeah. So I might have to pick that up. Oh, shucks. Anyway, I'm moving on. Now, they turned around and they showed another game with an anime art style called Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. And I mean, I don't normally play these types of games, but for some reason, this thing caught my attention. And it's going to be out in September 19th of 2025. I'm like, dang, this art style is banging. And it looks like it's going to be a fun game. So I'm like, wow, they just keep showing off these games that are catching my attention. Games that, like I said, normally I would be like, man, I ain't worried about that. That was a waste of a showing. They had some joints at this show. So that was another one. Like I said, Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. I might have to see what's up with that game. I just might have to check it out. Now after that, oh, God, dog. This was another game that is only available on PC. God dog it, you mother lovers. Oh, like I said, PC always said, man, what the heck do I need a PC for? And I'm standing firm on it. I'm standing on it. Console is where I'm at and where I'm going to be. But if we are just talking about games, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is the games from a game's perspective. And certain games that caught my attention that was only available on PC, this one shot to the top because it was this game that was called Acts of Blood. And this game right here, golly, this was a small team too. I think he said it was like 9 people working on this game. I don't know if it was that small of a team, but it seemed like it was darn near single digits, of people that were working on this game. And again, like I said, it is called Acts of Blood. It had that Sifu kind of fighting style to it. Then he pulled out a shotgun. It wasn't even a shotgun. It was like a rifle. And I mean, he was bing, 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 shooting up the enemies. And I'm like, oh, man, this game looks so good. That game looked really awesome. I got to get a PC prop so that way. Y'all might have one with that one. Y'all might have one with that one. That joint looked very, very good. Darn it. Only thing I can hope is that it'll come to console eventually one day. But like I said, man, y'all had some joints at this show. Y'all had some PC exclusives that really had me kind of on the edge of my seat like, dang, I would like to really play that doggone. Heavy nice to pick up the controller and play that game. That game looked doggone good. So yeah, y'all did y'all thing. PC definitely had some great representation this year. Now on top of that, I would have to say, after they showed that off, and probably a couple of other games, the game that got my attention, and I have to say, I believe that this joker had to be the game of the show for me. And this is on console. It's this game called Ill, spelled I-L-L. Ill. This game, this game right here, brothers, blew my mind when I saw the graphical prowess on this one right here, and it's being made in Unreal Engine 5, by the way. Just say it. This game right here, this game looks so good that I don't even think it's real. I don't even think this is real. I think this game is a situation that when we look back, this is going to be this generation's Killzone. You remember that Killzone demo, E3 demo that they showed off that was supposed to be the power of the PS3, and they showed them up there. Everybody remembers that infamous E3, from Sony when they showed off that Killzone trailer. What was that, back in 05? Was that 04, 05? Somewhere around there they showed that. Man, we all looked at that and we said, dang, if that's real, I'm sold. I think most of us knew, ain't no way that's real. Ain't no way. But we were all, I think, in the back of our minds like, but I hope so, though. I want to believe it's real. I hope. But most of us were like, this is not, this can't be real. This game right here, Ill, that's how amazing this game looked. I said, no, there ain't no way this is real. This can't be. The physics in this game, the graphics. Listen, man, look it up. ILL. He took the shotgun and he was shooting at different limbs of these. I don't know if they were zombies. I don't know what they were. Undead, alive, dead people. He was taking the shotgun, and as he was shooting them, it was shooting their limbs off. One of them was coming at him, running at him, and he shot him in the leg, and he fell. He fell down and couldn't move. It was, and I know y'all saying, well, daggone, Kiaun, ain't nothing too special about that. But how many games do we play where you shoot them in a certain area and that area blows off the arm and it looks so amazing? Just the graphics, man. God, dog. I really, really hope that this game looks and plays the way that they showed it off, because it looked sensational. Had a bunch of alive things on the screen, people, and they were like grouped up, and you had to shoot them, and had little babies coming at you, and you could kick them and blow them up. Oh man, good gosh, game of the show. I mean, that right there, nothing was better. I saw that. I said, man, this is the pinnacle. The way it was busting through the walls, whatever these spider creatures were, they were busting through the walls. You could see the debris. Oh man, I want to know. I just want to know more about this game. And by the way, if you're interested in the name of the development team behind this game, their development team name is Team Clout. Clout. I'm going to tell you something, Team Clout. After that showing, yeah, y'all got it. Y'all got the clout from me for that showing. That was incredible. Like I said, we might have a Killzone 2.0 type of situation when it comes down to the graphics and all of that stuff. But for now, with them presenting it the way that they did, if this holds up to be true, good gosh. Now, I believe that would be a game that would push all of these current generation consoles probably to their limits. That's how amazing that game looked in Unreal Engine 5. Goodness gracious. So after that, though, and we're about to finish this up. After that, they showed another game that looked really good. It was called Infinite Cinemals. I believe it was called Infinite Cinemals. It was spelled INFINITESIMALS. Infinite Cinemals. I said that like 9 times. I ain't got it together yet. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. This game, it featured the main character. He was a bug. And I mean, this Joker was getting it in, man. I mean, he was shooting. He was climbing up trees. Looked like he was fighting against other bigger insects. Looked like he had a helmet on, like he was on a foreign planet. I don't know what's going on. But this game right here was another dope looking game. I'm just sitting there like, golly, they just keep going and going. Now, another highlight, this, like I said, Infinite Cinemals, that was dope. But when they moved into this next game, by Ryu, go to Cool. I know it's the same people that make Fist of the North Star. They also have made Yakuza. They're behind the Yakuza games as well. They've made Judgment. Those guys, they got a great track record. They showed this game off. That takes place, is based in 1943. You actually get a chance to do multiple choice from different people that you fight. Like you can spare them or you can kill them. Good gosh. The name of the game is called Stranger Than Heaven. Oh man. Sega, Ryu, Gatoku. I know I ain't said the name right. That game looked remarkable. That game looked so doggone good, man. Gosh. I'm sitting there looking at this game play out, and I'm like, I gotta buy this. Looks so good, man. Again, what's the name of the game again? Stranger Than Heaven. Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven was like, wow. They continue to put in work. I mean, the combat, the fighting, the crowds, the way of the graphical detail of the world. Yeah, that looked good. And then the guy asked him who was he. He said he doesn't know. He's trying to figure that out at the end. Yeah, I think this game actually comes out in 2026 as well, if I'm not mistaken. But after they showed that, Sega showed up in a major way with that one. Then they closed the show with what I will say was a shocker because of the way that they set it up earlier in the show. So earlier, I'll just say what it was. It was Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Requiem. Hopefully I said that right. I always have a hard time with that word, Requiem. Where they had, in the early part of the show though, they had the voice actress of the woman in white, in Resident Evil 8. They actually had her, talk about Resident Evil. I think some of them are on sale right now. Then they had the director of Resident Evil. I believe he came out and he said, we're working on the game. Give us time. It'll be out, soon. You'll see it, sooner, before you know it. And then he went away. I was like, dag, man, that was a waste of an announcement. I mean, you could have just tweeted that, if that's all you were going to do. But at the end of the show, it brought it full circle where they showed off Resident Evil 9, which will be releasing February 27th, 2026. So it ain't even that far off. The rumors were true about that. They said that it was going to be a while. I mean, it wasn't going to be that far away, that it would be releasing in 2026 in the first quarter. And look, February, that's within the first quarter of the year. So yeah, that rumor was true. However, from the trailer, it doesn't look like the other rumors were true about this. Actually, one rumor, y'all remember, this was a while ago. This was one of the rumors maybe about a year ago. They talked about it was going to be Leon and it was going to be Claire and Barry was going to be making an appearance or something like that. But then they had just narrowed it down to it being Leon. I believe Leon and Claire. And now we see that it doesn't look like it's going to be either one of them, because they were saying Leon was going to be older, more gruff, more rugged. Doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like this is a young lady that's actually going to be starring in the game, having to go back to where her mother was killed and having to work on getting through that kind of trauma. And, who knows? Now, we heard that another rumor, and it wasn't confirmed through this trailer, but we heard that they were going back to the third person perspective. We don't know yet. Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. But for some reason, it seems like off of the trailer, it might be back in the first person. I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping it goes back to third, but we will see. But that was the end of the show. And I have to say, after seeing all of those games, after being intrigued, even with some games that I had really no interest in, I mean, I gotta say, Jeff, that brother showed up with this one. I had to give this show a 9 out of 10. It had way too many games that I wanted to play that are available on my platform. And even to the point where it was games that I wanted to play that aren't available on my platform. So I'm sitting there, I can't give this show anything less than a 9 out of 10. He made up for last year. Last year was in the dumps as far as I was concerned. I was excited for this show, but my expectations were not high for what he was going to be able to bring to the table this year because of how bad last year's show was. This show, man, I don't know what he's going to do for the Game Awards. He had so many announcements. I don't know what he could have left for the Game Awards. That's how great this show was. No stops were pulled. Shockingly, though, did you notice? There was nothing from Xbox there, and it was nothing from PlayStation there. Or Nintendo. Nintendo was not there either. So now, right now, I'm sure y'all are looking at the Xbox show, probably hollering, I can't believe it. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. But I thought it was very interesting. They did not get a big reveal from Sony. You know, last year, they gave it to them with, well, it wasn't at this show, but the Naughty Dog game. So, yeah, who's to say? Maybe, just maybe Sony has something brewing bigger than just Ghosts of Yote that they're going to show off next month. It gives me a little bit of hope. We will definitely see. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Like I said, this show was a 9 out of 10. Jeff Keighley, you know, before I get out of here, I must salute you for that, my brother. Excellent show. Fantastic. I don't think we could have asked for anything more. Phenomenal. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.